Hi my dear students, I'm happy to be with you. Today we are going to explain Unit 9 in Hello. So I'd like you to open your books page 22. The title of the unit is Watch, Listen and Make. So if you look at the first page, we have 5 pictures. This is number 1, this is 2, we have here number 3, 4, and also 5 and 6 pictures. So these 6 pictures you have to match them with these words. Letter A, painting scenery. B, playing instruments. C, writing a script. D, sewing costumes. E, doing makeup. F, acting. Here acting, yes, you can match them quickly with acting, yes, picture 2. Doing makeup, I think picture 6, yes, right. Sewing costumes, this one, 5. Writing a script is number 1. We have playing instruments, number 3. Painting a scenery is this one, number 4. So this is the first page. Here we have page 23. We have, okay, page 23. This is reading. Read the chat message about the activities on page 22. The 6 activities we have answered. Was your idea in discuss correct? Here you have to read these. I think you have your book, and the most important point for me is to know these words. Show, I think you know show, to make something clear or to show something for someone. Cool, I can talk to the people at drama club about acting. We have here Mariam and I know how to see costumes. You know costumes, by the way. Costumes, it's like clothes. Costumes, we love clothes, and Laura is the best at doing makeup. Here we have, yes, I can do makeup for Laura. And I think you have the book and you can read them. They are so easy. We are looking for if we have some difficult words. Here, the most important point is this one. Remember, when you see this square, and remember, this is very important. Here we are going to talk about can. Can, know how to, or be able to. To talk about abilities. As I told you in the class, ability, when you have the ability to do something, you can do something like this example. I can paint scenery if you want, but I can't do makeup. Mariam and I know how to sew costumes. Are you able to help with music? So can, know how to, and be able to, they are the same meaning. Like this example, listen to me carefully. For example, I can run. It means I know how to run. It also means I am able to run. The same as when you say he can paint. It means he knows how to paint and he is able to, yes, right, paint. So can, know how to, be able to should followed by infinitive. Okay, and the negative is I can't write, for example, Japanese. I can't write Japanese. I don't know how to write Japanese. I'm not able to write Japanese, and so on. So when I ask you a question, can you run? This is the question. Or do you know how to run? Or are you able to run? This is the question form. So here you can play this game. Activity, for example, acting, Lamar with the drama club. You will look at the page, this part I mean, okay, to know who can do something or who can't. Okay, here if you want to work in a group, for example, find someone in the group who can play an instrument. You know an instrument? Yeah, we will look at them in another page, not now. Knows how to sew, knows how to write a script, can paint well, is able to act, knows how to speak more than 2 languages, and so on. Okay, here listen to page 9. You have these vocabulary. If you look at these pictures, number 1, drawing. Number 2, who can guess? We have cartoon, we have photograph, we have portrait, we have pottery, we have sculpture. I want you to know these 2 words. Sculpture. A sculpture means a work of art that is made by carving or shaping wood, for example, stone or metal. Like, which one can be a sculpture? Yes, this one. This is a sculpture. Okay. Pottery. Pottery, it refers to something like, pots, dishes, etc., made with clay that is baked in an oven, like this one. This is pottery. We have portrait, this one, portrait. Okay, portrait in French, portrait. Portrait. We have photograph. This is a photograph, number 2. Okay, and cartoon, of course, this one. Okay, so I think the words are easy, but the most important 2 words, pottery, okay, and sculpture. Sculpture is this one. Okay, it means a work of art that is made by carving or shaping wood, stone, or metal. After that, we have this text, review of the Museum of Modern Egyptian Art. I'll give you just 1 minute to read them quickly. Okay, so you will read them at home. The most difficult word is, I think, for them, centuries. Of course, century, 100 years. View, from my point of view, it means in my opinion. It means I think. From my point of view, it means I think. We have the word artists. I think artists, people who can draw, who can act, who can do really good because they are showed what life was like in Egypt. Okay, we have sculpture, and I told you about this word, sculpture. Okay, in Arabic, النحت, فن النحت, sculpture. After that, we have the word recommend. When you recommend something, it means you suggest. You like something so much, so you advise your friend to buy it or to do it. I recommend visiting the museum, for example. We have the word free, of course, free without paying any money. So these are the words. Here we have some questions related to the text, and I think they are so easy you can answer them by yourself. Here we have work in progress. Complete the table with the phrases from the review. Can you think of any other phrases to add to the chart? Description. When you describe something, you are talking about the adjective, famous, good, bad. This is description. Giving opinions from my point of view in the text. I'm talking about these part from the text. Okay, from the text. Giving opinions like from my point of view. Talking about preferences. This word, preferences, from the verb prefer. When you prefer something, you like it. Okay, talking about preferences, something you like, my favorite thing, or I like, or I prefer. Giving recommendations, as I told you, you have to use the verb recommend or the verb I suggest. For example, I advise you to buy something, a new book, for example. I recommend you buy this book. I suggest you buy this book. or I recommend you should buy this book, and so on. So recommend when you are advising someone to do something or suggesting. Okay, here we have some words: song, film, sculpture, TV program, a book, painting. You will work in a small group to talk about this, what you like. Okay, here we have instruments. This is like a band or orchestra, but they are blind, by the way. Here we have, okay, before, yes, page 26. This one. Did you know many blind people read using a special kind of writing called Braille? Blind people who can't see, how do they write? How do they read? They can read using a special way for them, a special kind of writing called Braille. It takes its name from Louis Braille, or Louis Braille, because he's French. Louis Braille, a blind Frenchman who invented it in the 1820s. Okay? Now, yes, here we have some instruments, musical instruments: violin, cello, clarinet, okay, clarinet. We have flute, here trombone, and trumpet. Okay, student A and student B, you are a radio reporter. Write 5 questions you should like to ask one of the musicians of the An-Nur, okay, An-Nur wal Amal chamber orchestra, An-Nur wal Amal. Okay, then ask your questions to student B. Student B, you are one of the musicians. For example, imagine that you are one of the musicians in the An-Nur wal Amal orchestra, chamber orchestra. Imagine your life. For example, what's your name? What instruments do you play? Choose one from the photos above. Do you like being in the orchestra? Make some notes, then answer student A's questions. It's like a small play. After that, here we have lesson 4. This is reading story about Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Okay, the most important point here, you have to read them at home, of course. Wander, she wandered. The word or the verb wandered, it means asked. When you wandered, you want to know, you ask. Okay, hiding, of course, you know hiding behind the newspaper. When you can see, when I was young, I used to hide under the bed, for example. So hide, not to make people see you. We have, of course, crying, you know crying. Hug, I think you know hugging. Your mom always hugs you. Okay, hug, it's like an expression, a movement to show that you love someone. Okay, here we have the verbs cry, hide, hug, jump, read. This word is not sew. Okay, sew, to use the needle, okay, to sew. If you look at page 22, the first page, you have one of the pictures, but I can't remember the number. Throw and wonder, it means to ask. Okay, right. After that, okay, we have here listening. Then in lesson 6, yes, a review of Jurassic World. Jurassic World is an adventure film. Okay, the stars of the film are Chris Pratt and Bruce Dallas Howard. It's about a theme park. You know theme park? Theme park, it's like a park that animals like this can live. A theme park where scientists have helped dinosaurs to live again. Okay, then some of the dinosaurs escape, escape to run away. What will happen? I thought the action was exciting, and my favorite thing was the scary dinosaurs. They look very real, but in my opinion the story isn't very interesting or new. I recommend this film if you like exciting and scary films, but not if you want a good story. So when you write a review of something, you watch this film or you read this story and you will write your opinion, the good things, the bad things, advantages and disadvantages of this piece of work. Okay, so the review of Jurassic World is some kind of writing your opinion about this film. We have here some questions, so easy questions, you can answer them by yourself, and we answered them in the class, by the way, those who attend. Complete the table. We have here, this is review: cry, costumes, cape, hug, instrument, makeup, musicians, orchestra, scenery, play if it's a play, okay, concert, verbs, and so on. So you can answer these questions at home. They are so easy. So this is the end of our unit. The most important part here is to talk about ability, using can, using know how to, and able to. And thank you, and see you later inshallah.